We have built our modern routines around the promise of frictionless execution. The expectation is that every email sends instantly, every transaction processes immediately, and every daily task is checked off with ruthless efficiency. Then, out of nowhere, you hit a wall. The internet mysteriously hangs. A child demands your attention. A digital payment gateway refuses to load. Our immediate, conditioned response to these blockages is acute frustration. We view these moments as glitches in our perfectly planned day, and our first instinct is to grit our teeth, mash the refresh button, and forcefully push through the barrier. Treating every delay as an enemy leads directly to mistakes. By stubbornly bulldozing our way through these sudden roadblocks, we force actions that cause massive, unforced errors we could have easily avoided. Consider the possibility that these annoying delays are not getting in our way at all. They might be active, real-time interventions trying to save us. Learning to read the anatomy of a sudden pause offers a distinct advantage. It provides the necessary space to catch an error before it becomes a permanent disaster. We tend to look for guidance only during massive life transitions. In reality, protective interventions operate constantly in the smallest, most mundane moments of our daily routines. Take a recent example of a woman preparing to register for an online healing class during the Guru Purnima festival. She sat at her computer, ready to make a significant financial donation to secure her spot. Right as she was filling out the digital payment form, her phone rang. A relative was calling out of the blue. She stopped typing, stepped away from the screen, and took the call. Because of that forced gap in time, the payment process paused. When she sat back down, she decided to quickly check her bank balance before starting over. She realized her available funds were lower than expected, immediately adjusting her donation, saving herself from a month of severe financial struggle. This exact dynamic plays out in high-stakes professional environments. Imagine rushing to meet a hard deadline, preparing to send an urgent data report to a senior management team. You hit send, but everything grinds to a dead stop. The internet inexplicably hangs. The email refuses to leave. Frustrated, you step away. When you finally sit back down to try again, you glance at the spreadsheet and spot the error. You attached last week's incorrect report. In both the financial transaction and the crucial email, the unexpected obstacle acted as an unseen quality assurance filter, catching a critical mistake right before it could cause real harm. The value of this friction becomes even clearer when we add the pressure of a ticking clock, like trying to lock in a rapidly expiring online discount. You add the item to your cart and enter your credit card details, but the digital payment inexplicably fails. Your account is fully funded, the details are completely correct, yet it repeatedly rejects you. The typical response is to instantly panic about losing the deal and forcefully attempt the digital payment again. The alternative approach is to accept the rejection, stop the action, and simply walk away. By letting the transaction fail, you buy yourself time. Weeks later, you often find that the exact same item drops to an even steeper discount, or you discover a wave of negative reviews that saves you from wasting your money entirely. We can apply this exact same logic to human friction. Consider a scenario where you are setting up for an important virtual work meeting, and a child suddenly starts demanding your attention. If you yield to that distraction and spend 10 minutes playing with them instead of anxiously waiting by the computer, you often return to an inbox notification stating the meeting was canceled at the last minute anyway, saving you from wasted stress and effort. The friction of daily life operates as a necessary pacing mechanism. It forces us to slow down, keeping us from rushing headlong into flawed decisions or premature commitments. We have to change how we view these daily interruptions. An obstacle is rarely a solid wall you must violently smash your way through. Often, it operates as a protective boundary, specifically designed to redirect your momentum onto a better path. This mindset shift changes the emotional stakes of a busy day. When a delay is viewed as a safety check rather than a failure of progress, the friction of an interruption loses its power to cause frustration. The next time you encounter sudden friction, whether a website crashes, a call drops, or a plan falls through, purposefully leave a gap of time instead of reacting with stubbornness. You don't need to break down every single door you encounter. You have to accept that sometimes a path is closed entirely for your own benefit. So when your day inevitably goes off script, stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Shift the internal question to, What is this trying to save me from?